Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The first time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Lead off today's episode with apologizing to my mother for not having an episode on Monday. We were just, busy.
It was a crazy and you know what?
It was nuts.
And
One of those days.
I felt bad. I really did because we said we'd do this our weekdays. We cut back the weekends, and then it just got really crazy. And so no, we are the lowest priority in this room or in this building, right?
In this room. Boy, that's awful.
We're also the highest priority in this room. So it depends on how you look at it. Glass half full.
Whatever.
Anyway, but in the grand scheme of things that are everything that's going on in our lives,
right?
We don't prioritize and we schedule everybody else out and make time for everything that we need to do, and we don't schedule.
Right. No. Right.
For ourselves. It's kind of like they even talk about, in relationships and families, you literally need to schedule time. And I know it feels forced, but it really isn't, because then it gives you the opportunity to have free time,
right,
to get something done.
Because right now we're the stay-at-home mom that does everything for everybody else, and pretty soon we're going to end up in Council Bluffs being a lot lizard for some guy driving through, right, just dancing to get some money, just to get some attention. Just want some attention.
It's always bad when you all of a sudden you realize you want attention and what you're doing to get it.
Right.
All I needed was attention.
Could be one of the best names ever is Lot Lizard. I absolutely love. And if you don't know what that is, just go to Urban Dictionary. It is awesome.
Yeah, Lot Lizard, Buckle Bunny is another one.
A Buckle Bunny?
Yeah, that's another
I've never heard of Buckle Bunny.
Go to a rodeo.
I bet you've seen some Buckle Bunnies in your day.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I can't think of any others right now.
That's funny. Lot Lizard, Buckle Bunny.
What's it for rock stars? Are they just groupies?
Groupies,
They're
yeah.
just groupies.
They're just called whores.
I
think.
Oh my God.
Whatever. Boys and girls, doesn't matter.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
All you want to do is get pulled up on stage.
That's
right?
it. That's it.
Who else has a following like that?
That has a name? A following has
do politicians have that?
I don't.
Well, they're called interns. No,
yeah, they're called interns. Yeah.
No.
They're called summer interns.
That's not, no.
Oh, sorry.
I did not
Gary
mean that.
Condon didn't need to bring that up.
Gosh.
TBT, sorry.
It's still too soon.
Is it? It's like
still
literally before
9/11.
9/11.
I know. It's still too soon.
Speaking of 9/11, on September 11th, from 402-403-9478, we had got some voicemails, text messages. Here's a voicemail we probably need to address at some point.
Before we close the file, if you're interested in renewing your auto warranty now, please press 5 now.
Okay, I don't think we are.
We don't need that. Thank you.
We don't need that one.
We have got the car's in the garage.
Right. I love it. Even though, first of all, if it's actually not a robot, if it's a human, they don't care what you say. Like you can be a smart ass to them. It's like, it feels better for us. It doesn't hurt them at all. But when somebody gets through, a human, and it's like, hey, you got a new interest rate on your blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, tell me which one. And they're like, whoa, we don't know. It's like, you think you're getting them? They couldn't care less.
Mm-mm. It's just another hang up, start over.
Just makes you feel good.
Redial. Find another one.
402-403-9478. Text from Bridget talking about Darren, my mustache.
I thought Darren is who you became with the mustache.
It is.
Okay.
But without the mustache, Darren doesn't exist. So Darren basically is the mustache.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But yeah, I am Darren. Darren is my darker side, my angry side, my side nobody wants to see. But my side that also gets very irritated with an itchy mustache and shaves it off instantly.
I tell you, we have a friend of ours that we work with, Chris. Yeah. And he has a beard. Yeah. An amazing beard and mustache. Right. And he just
amazing?
He just recently got it all shaped up, right?
Yeah, COVID tossed him some fits there with the beard.
I think he was doing home styling.
I don't know what he was doing.
It wasn't working. Mm-hmm. Anyway, and it's like almost like working on being Santa Claus worthy, but it's not gray, right?
Right.
There's some, but not.
Yeah.
And so he was rooting for you. And he was really disappointed that you gave up when you did, because that's the time when they lose most guys when it comes to a mustache, because you got to power through those 3 days. And it wouldn't even be 3 days for you.
I'd probably been done by now, because I shaved it Saturday morning.
Yep.
Yeah. So I probably would have been done with the itchiness. I just couldn't do it because I'm not that committed to it. Because no one in my life liked it, and I know the reason why people liked it is because I looked like a total tool.
Yes.
And I look like that's why. If I had
I couldn't look you in the eye.
if I had a six pack and I'm like, should I keep this or not? And you guys are like, yeah, keep it. I'm like, okay, because it looks good.
Right.
You're making me keep a mustache because I look like a total dill rod. That's why. So I know.
Possibly.
Yeah. So I shaved that bad boy. But when Beth got home from being out of town, we did go out on a date on Saturday night to Varsity, and she looks at me before we left. She goes, "Don't shave Darren." So we sat on the patio at Varsity, feeding ducks, eating pizza, and I had Darren on. So,
my God.
Suck it, people. I shaved it as soon as we got home because it's terrible.
I'm
It was so
surprised
hot.
somebody didn't call the cops.
They may have. We left abruptly.
I just wanted to report a suspicious character
There's a guy feeding ducks.
with a mustache. Not that mustache. That mustache.
Yeah. Thank God though. People that I've tried to grow. I've not tried to grow, but I've had longer facial hair. You're right. Once you get past that 3 or 4 days, at least for a beard, it's 72 hours.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's terrible. It's better to do it in the winter than the summer or spring, whatever, when it's kind of hot. Yeah. Oh yeah. Terrible.
Oh.
I don't know how they do it. Like Chris, like you said, has a long beard. I don't get how people do long facial hair.
Not in the summer.
Not in the summer.
I don't understand. I mean, I'm not a fan in general.
Yeah.
But it depends. It depends. If you meet somebody that's already got one, that's one thing. Because however you meet somebody, you don't want them to, because if they have one, they get rid of it, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
your face.
Yeah.
Wow.
True.
I was used to it with it. So I think that has more to do with whether or not you like it. Because generally you're talking about people who didn't have one and then they decided to. And you're like, I don't like that. I don't like
Kudos just in general to girls for ever even considering being close to, let alone making out with somebody. First of all, a guy, but let alone a facial hair dude. Like that would be the worst, most uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
You're right.
yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, if I'm me.
Yeah.
I can't imagine
Speaking
making
from
out
experience.
with me. And I know a lot of guys be like, I would love to date me.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it.
There you go. So now you owe her
A lot.
A lot.
Infinity. I owe her infinity and beyond.
Oh my God. Did you see the new sign in my office?
I did. Oh, I did. Yes.
I posted it yesterday.
I saw it. Yeah,
well,
yeah.
actually, I reposted it. Aspen, we connected on Facebook, and I had seen something that I really liked that she had posted.
Is
and
Aspen on my Toon Blast team? Because I have an Aspen on my team.
I don't know.
I'm going to look.
don't
You
know
go ahead
which
and tell
one
your
she
story.
is.
I'm going to look.
I'm sure I think
Aspen.
anyway, and she, because I said something about where do I get this? Because I wanted that sign. I wanted that. Because it just made me laugh. I see a lot of things like that. I'm like, where do I get this? And usually there's no connection. Somebody just saw something cool on Pinterest or Etsy, and they just reposted. I'm like, how do I get this? I need to know. And lo and behold, she responded and said, I can make that. I'm like, what? That'd be awesome. Tell me how much you want for it. Let's get it done. And she has that machine called a Cricut.
Oh,
right?
Crickets are awesome.
Right? And so she's been doing stuff, and apparently I'm her first paying customer and making things. So
that looks pretty good for being our first paying customer. That's pretty awesome.
But it wasn't her first project, but it is her first paying customer. And so if you're looking for something, I'm just going to say you'll see the post on my Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
She's super nice. She brought her little baby with her, Jack, who is 5 months old, and had him along and dropped off the sign.
That's all. It's awesome.
It is. It's pretty cool.
It's cussy.
It is cussy.
Which is great. And there is an Aspen on my Toon Blast team. So I don't know if it's the same one. I have no idea.
I don't know very many Aspens.
Yeah, me either.
So if that's you, good deal.
Thanks, Aspen, for being on my team.
But I was going to hang it in the studio, but I thought not all of our clients might appreciate that.
Right. Father Stevens may not like that very much. But it's pretty
Although
awesome.
He may be able to relate.
I'm sure.
Outwardly, he just can't condone it. We'll
right.
just go with that.
Silently, behind closed doors, he would. So last Friday we had, no, it was last Friday? No, it was Thursday. Last Thursday, got a call up here from my son, actually a text during the morning while he was at school that he didn't feel good. Mm-hmm. He felt headachy, stomach achy, whatever. It just didn't feel good. And I'm like, hey, let's go home. Do you feel like you have a fever? He's like, nah, I don't know if he knows really what a fever is. And so he's a senior, so he gets done at like 1:15 every day.
Okay.
Rough. And so he gets home, and so I meet him at the house, and he's just not looking good. He's kind of wobbly and whatever. And took his temperature at a low grade, like 100.
Yeah.
Which is whatever. Normally not a big deal. So of course, now in today's climate, it have a fever, anything, not feeling good, you instantly call your doctor because it's not like I'm necessarily terribly concerned about him, but if he had COVID or whatever and spreading it to other people, or you don't want to be the dad that sends your kid to school with COVID,
Right.
So we call the doctor, and
It's
it's
like anything else, right? Just like anything else. Yeah.
So anyway, it's Thursday afternoon, and doctor calls us back, which never happens, right? Doctors call you back.
Does now.
Now it does.
There's a lot of what do they call them? Just televisits.
Oh, and actually, Bennett had a televisit. Yeah, because the first visit was televisit. The doctor called him right back. It was within an hour when he got home from school.
Wow.
That the doctor had called him and they had a conversation, and like, well, we really kind of want to get you tested, and it's one of the rapid tests, which is 24 hours. So he had to go, and I'm thinking, okay, well, he's got to be freaked out. I still look at him as like a 7-year-old. He's got to be scared to death. They're going to stick a pool cue up your nose, basically to your brain,
right?
Yeah.
I haven't heard anybody talk about this. Because I know, a lot of people have had to get tested.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard scary things on the news.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like random 1 in a billion that, you might hear about something happening. But just the idea of it.
Awful. So I haven't, Sophia hasn't, but Beth and Bennett both have had that test up their nose. Beth said it was one of the worst things that's ever happened to her.
Why does it have to go up your nose?
I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing. That's a good question. Because Beth had it up both nostrils, and she said it didn't hurt, it didn't feel like she needed to cry, but she couldn't not cry because it was like that reaction.
Yeah.
So she had it up one nose, 5 seconds, twist, twist, twist. Ugh. Pull out another swab up the other nose, 5 seconds, twist, twist, twist.
Don't the passages come together up there?
Exactly my point. I mean, I'm an idiot and I didn't pay much attention in biology, but I know it's all
You took biology?
Right, I did. I had to. 2 tunnels lead to 1 cave.
Right.
But Bennett only had one nostril. In his test, they stuck it up, twist, twist, twist.
Because you've seen the pictures of the kids who snort spaghetti and it comes out their mouth.
I've done that. I've sucked up. Remember I told you that story when I was in 6th grade? I not spaghetti, but a kernel of corn, sucked it up in my nose on the left side. An hour and a half later, when I was reading in 6th grade in Miss Wagner's class, came out the right side. Yeah.
But I mean, you've seen the videos of the kid, and then they've got the spaghetti coming out there. And so it's like, why can't you just do the back of your throat?
I don't get it.
Or your cheek. It's all the same.
All the same thing.
Because it's not like if I have it up here, I don't have it down here. And I'm looking at my face. I'm talking about my mouth and my nose.
All the same thing.
So it would all be... Is it just meant to be as awful as it possibly can be?
I don't know if it's like a punishment. I don't know. But it comes from the same... You have... I don't want to go down this road.
Go ahead.
You have to go down. You have to wear a mask in the store, but then you can get contactless.
Yeah.
The only way anything is contactless is if there is no way it's contactless. Because even if they throw it in your car when you drive by, there's somebody throwing it in your car. They contacted it. It's not contactless.
It's right. This the nonsensical of walking into a restaurant with your mask on and then taking it off to eat. And there are some places where they were talking about that you have to put it back on between bites.
I wouldn't go.
I
just couldn't do it.
That won't work.
I couldn't do it.
You know what's really hard on people, and I got to tell you from experience, I'm a picker. And so, I've got this stupid eczema on my hands, right? So when it's drying up, when it's healing, it's got little pieces, not hangnails, but it's hard to explain. But every once in a while, I will pick with your mouth. Yeah. You know how you do if you're a nail biter.
Yeah.
Really hard on you if you're a nail biter. I'm going to say right now, if you are a nail biter,
true.
I totally relate.
Sophia is, and she actually made a comment the other day. She goes, "I can't believe I had my nails this long because she can't bite them in school." It's actually helping her break that habit.
Right.
Yeah.
Unintended. Good consequence.
Yeah.
But I just noticed that the other day because I was like, gosh darn it. And I went to with my teeth. I know that's gross. Because you're not supposed to touch your face and all that other good stuff.
It's so dumb.
But
touch your face.
And I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to get this off?
When you were a kid, you made pies out of cow shit.
Yes,
You're
did.
totally fine by
horse,
whatever, same thing.
More solid.
I'll get back to the rest of
the road apple.
Right. I mean, but it's poop.
Yes,
and you were fine.
Yeah, it was.
Totally fine.
Mom was happy. She'd wave at me from the house.
Hey, I guess she would not. She wouldn't come out there. No way.
She didn't want me to come in either.
Oh, you take everything off outside.
Horse tank right now.
Yes. Totally.
Anyway, okay, so back to Bennett.
Well, no, but I'll finish the Bennett story in a second.
Okay.
But because it really wasn't much more. He got the swab, whatever,
Yeah.
waited a day, and he was negative the next
Well,
day.
his visit too was a little different as well because he had to go by himself.
Yeah, he had to go because they wouldn't let anybody in the car with him. And I'm like, well,
Because they
I'm
did
not-
it in the parking lot.
Did it in the parking lot. Yeah, they did it in the parking lot, 161st and Maple. And yeah, went in a parking lot, and he had a
Was there a
reserved
line?
time. There was no line, but it was an area you had to
okay.
park. Yeah, and they would
Okay.
you just pull up there and flag him down. And
Wow.
yeah, so he went
Interesting.
and got it done. And yeah, he said it wasn't terrible. He didn't like it, but it wasn't awful.
Okay.
So it's different
Well,
for
good for him.
everybody. But
I imagine what I imagine is much worse than what
I
it
can't
is.
imagine. I can't imagine. I stick my pinky up there, 2 knuckles, and I sneeze for 20 minutes. You know. It says,
No, I don't know.
well, trust me, I do.
Well, thank you for not doing that here because I
Yeah.
haven't heard you take off in a
I haven't
sneezing
yet.
fit
No.
around here. Oh my God. That's great.
Yeah. So so there's no. It was,
Well-
but yeah, I had to get all my stuff here and work from home on Friday. And it was weird. Working from home isn't my jam.
Yeah.
It's not my jam. I
well,
can't-
it's not for me either because I like interaction. And as much as I hate people in general sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, there are days where you're just like, oh my God.
But when you're at home, you just default to your at-home routines.
Yeah. And it's hard because somebody was talking about that, getting dressed for work, how important it is to put on makeup, brush your hair, at least put on a nice shirt and then your leggings or whatever you want. But
Something.
but doing that instead of sitting in your PJs or wearing the same clothes for 6 days.
Right.
But it does make a huge difference on your mindset. Mm-hmm. Subconsciously, you don't even
100%.
put you in work mode, and like ready to rock. But coming in changes everything. It just changes everything. Staying at home.
Yeah, because you end up not on Netflix, or you're just not doing what you're supposed to do.
Exactly. Big announcement. My mom wanted to put Facebook on her phone.
Oh,
She-
you're in trouble.
She
I'm
already
friends with
had
Judy, so that's
Facebook.
good.
I know. She already had Facebook. Came with her phone. It was already on her phone. She doesn't have an iPhone, but she has her Facebook at home. And I'd wanted to activate it before for her, and she's like, "No, I'm fine. I don't need to do that." Just like, God, I don't. That's not necessary. But all her friends have it.
Right.
And so it's just right. It's just total
Just
role
gotta do it.
reversal. I mean, you think about it.
Yep.
It's like all my friends have it, so I got to have it too. So
Do you ever drop that on if your friends jumped off a bridge, Mom? Would you?
I'm-
Because she dropped that on you when you
Oh.
were younger.
absolutely.
Uh-huh.
So the problem was she didn't know her password for Facebook,
Oh, yeah, I get that.
right? And so
Totally get that.
she also wanted to add her mail
Okay.
to her phone as well, and she has a Hotmail address. Okay.
Holy virus. Come on.
And I can't get her to change it. I can't. I said, let's just move to Gmail. How about
Yeah.
that? Now.
Even Gmail's the exact same thing, but it just for some reason the branding is better.
It's
It
like-
just seems better.
Because you got Hotmail is now Office, right? So Microsoft.
Yeah.
So anyway,
It just seems sketch. And with
And-
yahoo.com also.
and she didn't know the password for that either. So we tried a bunch of passwords, couldn't figure it out. So we finally had to go through the rigmarole of trying to reset her password on her mail. And they ask you questions that apparently they ask you when you sign up.
25 years
25
ago.
years ago.
Right.
And one of the questions is your favorite animated character. And she just looks at me and I'm like,
What, Mickey Mouse?
Bugs
Oh,
Bunny?
Right. Like, who's,
I don't know what you. I remember you like Bugs Bunny. You
What
kind of
did-
like the Roadrunner.
did
and,
she ended up getting it
you know,
right?
she eventually had to fill out other stuff and then had to have stuff sent to a rescue email, which was my email from 12 years ago
Holy 12?
that I don't have again. I don't even have that email anymore. So I had that email at the time, which was a Cox email address.
Yeah.
And now I don't have that anymore because I have my Gmail that I've had for 12 years.
Yeah.
And so the rescue email was my email that's no longer around. So we couldn't have anything sent to the rescue email. And it was just, and I'm doing this on the phone.
Oh, no.
So I'm trying
Oh,
to
my
reset it
gosh.
myself. And I had her on the phone to help me to answer the questions. And let's see if we can figure this out. Oh my, and then you had to put in who's the last person you sent an email to. And she's like, how would I know that? And I'm like, Mom, you're at home. Jump on your computer. Because
Check
her,
it. Good
her
call.
email opens right up, right?
Okay.
Because it's there.
But it's not the Hotmail address.
It is the Hotmail address,
Okay.
but trying to reset her password
Oh, okay. I see.
is the hard part because she doesn't know what it is to open it up
my
on her phone.
gosh.
It was like,
No, it's rough.
yeah, fresh bottle of vodka.
Right.
I'm like, not kid.
No.
There's no fresh bottle in my house.
I was going to say, what? You do not have a sealed cork in that entire house. I guarantee it.
But we finally got it reset, and we got her Facebook up and running, and so she now has her Facebook on her phone. We haven't moved her mail over to her phone yet, though. Yet.
Yeah. Good luck
That's
with
coming.
that one.
So it's like she's slowly warming up to it.
That's good.
It is. It's great.
No, that's awesome. I was the first day my parents started texting was great.
She's been texting,
but
too.
they still don't understand. I don't know if your mom's the same way. Where my brother and I, we text a lot, but we don't ever have conversations on the phone. Like we just don't. So when something goes on, my mom's like, "You need to call your brother and blah blah blah," or "You need to call your." I'm like, "Mom, I've texted him." No, I want a conversation. I'm like, "Mom, we don't have conversations. It's texting. It's emojis. It's stupid, dirty jokes.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
That's the level of our conversation.
Yeah,
that's as highbrow as it gets.
don't have conversations.
Yeah, Mom hasn't figured out emojis yet.
Okay,
but she knows how to take a picture and send it.
That's
so
good.
That's huge. So when she has something going on her computer that she doesn't understand,
yeah.
Mom, take a picture of the screen and send it to me.
Brilliant.
Oh, that's right. Let me do that. And
Brilliant.
so that helps so much. So
You should try because so when she gets emojis, then she needs to move on to GIFs.
yeah,
So then when
I've
that
shown
happens,
her some.
it's the funnest game ever is Sophie and I'll have a day where we're like, okay, tomorrow we can't talk unless it's an emergency.
Right.
We can't talk in anything other than GIFs.
That's
and
perfect.
It's so fun.
It is.
It is super
without
fun.
a doubt the best.
Yeah.
So very good. So yeah, so that was a big step, and I was really happy to get that taken care of. Dad, still having he's moved on. He likes having the internet. He likes having the apps that he has, like the news stations, to look up the weather, the latest headlines, his horse racing results. So he's got that, but somehow he keeps turning his phone to offline. I don't know how he does
I don't even
it.
know how to do that.
I'm like, are you just like poking buttons?
Right. Like, how do
in
you
the
do that unless you're
settings?
going screwing around in like the backside?
Yeah, and I don't know how
What?
he keeps doing it. He's like, I can't. It says I don't. My phone's messed up again. It's
broken.
Right. It's the phone's fault.
It's not the phone.
Damn
Yeah.
phone is just messed up. There's just
Right.
something wrong with it. I need to take it in and have it. Nope. No, you don't.
No, you don't. This happened last week. Remember,
Give
Dad?
it to me.
Take a picture of the screen.
Move. So all good deal. So
holy
it's
cow.
very good.
All right. So our phone number, 402-403-9478. If we need to renew our warranty, you can call us and let us know. Or you can text us, or it's Pat and JT on all social.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.